So today I'm gonna be doing a couple of things at the same time. I need to do some work on the Ricoma for Christmas items. And then I'm gonna do for the first time a beanie for you guys. And I'm decided to do it on the SE 1900. For those who doesn't have a multi-needle, most people have a single needle. So I'm gonna explain you how to hoop it. And we're gonna work together because, like, again, it's the first time I've done a beanie. So I decided to try it this year. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting to getting the Ricoma going, and I'm gonna move you to that section because I noticed that in the last video I didn't show the panel of the Ricoma. And for those that would like to know how it goes, yeah, I'm gonna show you. All right, so let's go. So pretty much I already put my design, and in order for you to put the design in the Ricoma, all you have to do is I'm gonna go escape here. I'm gonna open this lock right here to be able to do what I have to do. I'm gonna say, okay, I want to unlock it. It's on embroidery mode. So then, this little star appears, the file. So I went to file, and then you look for the file. It's already here in my machine. So I'm just gonna choose the file that I want, which is this one. And then I'm gonna press okay. And it's already there. If you're gonna do it for the first time, when you go to file, what is gonna happen is that you're gonna put your USB in here on this part. And I don't have it on because I already transferred to the machine, but you're gonna put your USB, but you have your design on. And then you're gonna be looking for your original file the same way. And then once you find it, you're gonna click it, and then a machine just like this one is going to appear where this USB is on, and then you're going to click that. That means that you want to transfer that design to the machine. Once you transfer it to the machine, it's going to come back to this page. You're going to look for the design again, and then you're going to click this icon that has a machine on it. And that one, put it permanently into the machine memory. And that's the way I'm at right now. I already did it, so I'm going to click it here. That's why I don't need the USB anymore. All right, because it's already in the machine. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to go to the colors. I already put my colors. Yeah, so once you are in the color, you're going to follow the colors that are on your design. And I have explained you before in other videos how to get this. I get this from Embrilliance. I print the design so that I know what I'm working with, and that way I can center it and to the item that I'm going to embroider. And this is the colors that I followed. All right, I follow these colors right here, and the threads up here are already put on that order. And I show you guys on the last video or one before how to place the order of the thread, because you start from the back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's the way it goes in that order. And then you follow that order to do your colors sequence. And these are my color sequence right here. This is gonna be done in a sample fabric that I use, because these are Christmas samples. I have not posted it yet. Once I post them, then for all order that comes, I will embroider to a shirt. Then I will take a picture of the shirt and then put it on Etsy or whatever shop that you have. That's the way I do it. So let's get the machine going. Next thing that I do is that I once it's done, I put okay, and then it goes back here. And then the thing that I'm gonna do is choose the hoop, and that one is at 8.2 by 12. And yeah, so I'm gonna go here to design set, and these are where all the hoops are. This little hat right here, I put that icon, and then I'm gonna choose hoop D, which is the one I'm gonna choose, and I can say okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that the needle is clearing all around it. This is a smaller design than the hoop, but I always do this step just for the sake of make sure that the needle might not hit the hoop. So for that, I go back to the this page right here, and I choose needle. And I'm gonna choose, it's already on one because I did it, but I just wanna show you how it goes. So I'm gonna choose one, and I'm gonna do escape. And then what I'm gonna do down here on this icon, I'm gonna press it. And then I'm gonna set enter embroidery status. Yes, I want embroidery status. And this is how it goes. And I'm going to make sure that the needle is following. It's always needle number 1. And this one clear, I already did it, but for sake of explaining you guys the process, I just repeated it. So yeah, so the machine is ready to start embroidering. So the next thing I'm going to do, in this green light right here, the button, I'm going to press start. So while the machine is going, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move you around so that you can see the process of doing the beanie, okay? So these are the things that we need, or I need, and I'm going to use for my beanie. And what I wanted to do, it was to explain you both ways of doing it, because there are 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to be using the magnet hook. And if you don't remember in one of my videos, I explained you how to use a magnetic hook. And this magnetic hook is good to use with the SC1900 or any single needle that might fit it. If you go to Amazon, they do sell it for different kind of single needle machines. Let me start the machine because I think it's gonna be too noisy. Hold on. Yeah. So this is the one I'm gonna be using. This is the I'm gonna be using some spray, and I'm gonna using regular cutaway stabilizer. Reason why I use cutaway and not tear away, because first of all, we're gonna wear the hat, so if you wear it, don't tear it. And number 2, it gives, this is a very, this material is kind of thin, so I need to give it some support. So that's why I'm gonna be using cutaway. I got the black cutaway because it's a black hat, and even though it's gonna go behind here, I didn't want it to be white. You can do white if you have white cutaway. All right. Also, I'm going to be using some water soluble. This is a sample that came with my Ricoma. The brand is Madeira brand, for the Madeira brand threads. And so I'm going to use it because I never used this brand before. I decided to use it. It comes already pre-cutted. And that's the one I'm going to be using as a topper. All right. So let me just leave it up here. And also, let me see what else. But that's about it. I'm going to show you, for those who do not have the magnetic hook, the regular hooping for this same item, all right? So let's start there, because not everybody has this, and I want you to have the opportunity to be able to embroider some beanies, and you have a regular hook. And this is a design that I'm going to be using. And you guys know what this design is. Very popular right now. It's the squid, from the Squid movie. I don't know if you just saw that movie, Squid Games. It's a kind of like, I don't know. It was different. It was a different kind of movie. Or series. It's on Netflix. All right. All right. So this is a regular hook. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and do this stabilizer, which is a little bit, it's good enough for this one. What we're going to do is we're going to use the regular stabilizer, all right? And you're going to go ahead and hook the hat into this hook right here. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to position the cap with the stabilizer, and you're going to fit it. This cap already has a line, which made it easy for me to figure out the center. And even though I don't think you can see it, I used white chalk to mark it. It's kind of light, so it's a line right here and a line right here. That was like the middle. So this is better for this kind of material to mark stuff. In dark material, I use these white chalks. I think I got this a box from Amazon. They come in different colors. Okay, so you're gonna be fitting the hat with the stabilizer inside here, like this, like you're putting a sock on. Yeah. So first of all, my bad. You have to turn it inside out. That's very important. Turn it inside out, and you're gonna see why. It look awkward, but you have to embroider this hat inside out, because remember, this is gonna fold up, and that's the design. All right, so you have to do it inside out. So you're gonna be putting this inside. Like I said, it's very convenient that this beanie has this sewing right here, this stitching, and I mark the center. To me, it was very easy. And one thing that is very important is that make sure, a lot of people, they don't waste this stabilizer and they cut it exactly up to here. I just want to make sure that everything is fine, and because this is my first time, maybe later I will choose to save some stabilizer and, you know, cut it only to here, but I don't mind this. You're gonna put it all the way down to the mark where you hook the frame, you see? Don't cover it because you're gonna be hooking here. So just up to here is good enough. And this is the area that I'm gonna embroider right here, okay? And the reason, very important, that I always say to print your design is because I printed the exact size from my embroidery software, and this is the size that I need. So it's gonna be here, all right? And then I know I can pin it, I can use this thing to stick it in there. I use a pin and pin it, and that's the place that I want my design. So once you do that, is when you're gonna hoop it, all right? And I haven't hooped this before. I've been doing, this is the first time I do it with you guys here. I usually float my items. I don't use hooping, but this I did not want it to float because of the kind of material it is. I could have floated it too, but you're gonna see why I decided not to float it. You're gonna hoop it. Make sure that this is completely open before I do this. It was open, I don't know why it's closed. Okay. It looks kind of awkward, but it's doable, okay? It's doable. Make sure that you don't lose your center and that you don't cover the place that you're gonna hoop it. Okay, so this is hoop already. If you notice, it is hoop. Make sure that everything is square and center. I can see my center right here. This center right here. You see? You see this little notch right here and this one right here. I can see the line that is completely here. Okay. Then you close it, which I'm not going to do all the way through because I'm not going to be doing this, but I'm going to make sure that it's kind of like tugging here. Once you have this like here, you have to separate this from the back, okay, this extra fabric, because you don't want it to embroider on top of this, right? So you're going to move it up, and move it up like this, all the way around the frame, okay? You can either, some people tape it around, they put tape in here, and they fasten it here. Some people use clips to fasten it right here. I decided to also see if this works. You know, these are the huggers for the spools. I use this when I do hoodies to hold it in place. And actually, it does work, you see. You can use the huggers. Oh, this is a good idea. Actually, the huggers work. This is nice. We'll just consider using huggers. Same way you see the huggers, same way you can go ahead and do tape and tape it. I've seen people on videos taping it all the way around. Okay, but let me see if these clips work. They might work. These are the big one. Let me see. No, this is too little. I mean, you can use it to hold it in place, but I think the best bet is to use tape or the huggers. Okay, so this is the way you do it with a regular hoop, and then you're gonna put it in the machine, okay, through here, and you're gonna embroider facing up, not facing down to you, because remember, this beanie is inside out. Once you put it the correct way, and you fold this, if it's upside like that, when you fold it, it's gonna be the right way. It's hard to visualize, but yeah, that's the way it goes, okay? So this is the way you do it with the regular hoop. Let's do the magnetic hoop now. Okay. With the magnetic hoop, it's almost similar. So I'm gonna be using this spray, a little bit of it, just for it to stick to the frame of the hoop. That's up to you. You don't have to have it because you can do it without it. But this is something that it occurred to me to do. Let's see if it works. And that way the stabilizer is not gonna be moving around. And it does stick a little bit. Enough for me to put the, yeah, it sticks. Yep. They stick here. Okay. All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to do exactly the same thing that you did with the other one. You're going to move, put it inside out. Okay. Okay. And then you're going to put it inside. Same way you did the other one. I'm still have my markings in here. I can make it a little bit stronger, make sure that it shows. It's almost fading out because of the kind of fabric, the knit fabric this is. But I can see them. I just want to make sure that I have the same. I'm just following, like I told you before, this right here for the center of the hat. And you see, it has the same notches, so I'm gonna make sure to put it a little bit higher. Just enough for me to be able to hook it up. And then what I'm gonna use the magnet. And actually, you know what you can do also? You can even spray it if you want to. You can spray the this right here, so it sticks even more, which is not a bad idea. People, this is the first time I'm doing it. I haven't even practiced this. I'm doing it with you guys. All right. So, yeah, it helps you. And then you're gonna use the magnet to make sure that it doesn't move. And I don't know if you remember the video that I did on this hoop. I was doing the baby shirt. These magnets are very strong. Believe me, they're not gonna move anywhere. It's gonna be here. It comes with 6. And when you order it, some brands, they come with only 4. Just look for the one that comes with 6 because it costs the same money. I don't know why some brands, they only include 4 magnets and they expect you to buy more. No, look for the one that says 6 magnets. Then you're gonna put here and then put here. Make sure that they are on the correct place. Okay, make sure that this is everything here in place. And then I'm gonna put the topper in the place that I'm gonna embroider, which is in this area over here. I had the white mark here and I had the white mark here. Right here. Make sure that this is the right positioning. And you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna go ahead and pin it, because this has, I don't know if you noticed here, it has the crisscross where the middle of the design is. And that's what I'm following. It's hard to, it's still small, but I can see the printing of the crisscross where the center is. So that's how I can tell where the center is. I'm gonna pin it. This is in place. This will help me when I go to the yeah, this pin. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the topper right here. Okay, once I'm ready. But right now, I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, just good enough. All right. All right. Then, same way we did with the other one, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move it up. Same way, I'm gonna move it all the way up here, and I'm gonna move it up here. Okay. And what I'm gonna use in this case, because this is a very thin metal right here, I'm gonna use this, attempt to use this clip. This clip came with a Ricoma machine for the hat. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin it right here. Put it over, and then pin it right here and put it over. Same thing, if you have tape, you can tape it around also, which is not a bad idea. But I think this will work because it's holding it in place. Okay. And all you want is for this place to be clear. That's all you want, all right? So this is the way is already done. We're gonna go ahead and take it to the machine. So I'm gonna move you around, okay? So we are here in the machine right now. I apologize for the noise of the other machine. I'm going to go ahead and use my USB. It's right here. And then I'm gonna be looking for the files, okay? Okay, so I found the file on my USB. So this is the one that we already discussed we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and hook the frame in place. So the design is gonna be away from us, pointing that way, okay? Let's see. This is easy to do with this frame because this is such a thin frame. So I'm gonna hook it up. And then we're going to proceed to look for the center, okay? So hopefully you can see both the screen and the side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate it because if you notice it's facing this way, so I'm going to rotate it to the other way. So I'm going to go rotate 90 degrees. 90 degrees again. And that's the way it's going to be. And then the center, if you remember, is marked right here with the crisscross up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it. I'm gonna say, okay, it's rotated fine. I'm just gonna move the design. So that's there. You notice? We moved it right here. That's exactly what I wanted to start. So right now I don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And then I'm gonna go and do the thread. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna first clear the area. I'm gonna move around. Okay. So now I'm gonna put the cover. Cover right here. Okay. Just to make sure. And the reason why I do this, guys, like I said, this is my first time, and I want to make sure that nothing gets messed up. So, just to give you a view of the how it's going on the Ricoma. This is a sketch design that I'm doing right there. Love my sketch design. Save me time to do, you know, all kind of appliques, especially when you're in a rush, you want to try to do so many different things. Okay, so now, since that is pretty much okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look for the thread. I'm gonna do okay, embroider, and it's gonna tell me that the first thread is gonna be the black. That's cool. That's pretty good. Everything fun. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Let's start. So it's doing that. It's doing all the black coloring. This design only had 3 colors: black, white, and kind of a fuchsia dark pink. I tried to match it as much as I could when it came to the colors of the suits that the guys were using. So yeah. color change. The next color is gonna be the kind of pinkish fuchsia color. It should be a quick stitch, people, because it's gonna be colors. It's a very small design. I can't wait to see how it looks at the end. I have an order of some beanies, and this are gonna be just only a family group. And I believe, let me see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names that I need to embroider. And so yeah, so that's why I decided to go ahead and practice this, because I never done it before. And I said, why not to do this little, you know, design that is, everybody's like so into the split names and I use it for me. So stitching is already done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it and show it to you before we continue with the other one, because I need to go ahead and hook the other one. Yeah. I need to start the other colors. I'm gonna move you around. I'm hoping this ring for the next design. I'm going to be embroidering the next stitch out. Right. Good. Making sure that it's all nice and tight. I'm going to loosen here a little bit. There we go. You see? Nice. That's the way I want it. So yeah, so I'm gonna move you back to the other one. I need to look down for the colors. So this one is already done. I'm gonna move on to this one right here. Okay? So that's the one you're gonna be working at. So gonna move you to the table and see how it looks. So this is the result. Let's see how it look like. Take off the magnets. Oops. Yep. I have to do some hoop cleaning here. I don't like when it gets dirty like this. There's a liquid that I use to get rid of all that junk. Let me show it to you. This is a liquid that I use. It's called Glue Gun, and they have different varieties, but I use the one that's a surface safe, and it's a glue and adhesive remover. And then I use a old white cloth, clean cloth. Of sometimes I have material that I use for samples that are scrap, and that's what I use to clean the hoop. All right, you can. I got it at Amazon, but I'm sure you can get it in any hardware store. Okay, so let's put the sterilizer. This you just tear. This is the Madeira one. Oh wow! Usually this is water soluble, and listen, I didn't even have to use water. It comes out so easy. Look, definitely like, because I've been using this that I get getting Amazon. It's not a particular brand. I don't remember which brand it is, but this one it comes out, but sometimes you have to really like rub a little bit of water to take the whole thing out. But this one is like, wow, look how easy it came out. I have a jump stitch here that is stopping it from coming out. That's how easy this was. These are my famous dark BO scissors, which I always use to remove my cutaway or cutaway. You see how it worked when it's backward? You think, oh, it's not gonna happen, but yeah, look, very nice. Let me see. I'm gonna try it on. I even have enough room to even put it even lower, and it's pretty low on me, and I have leftover here. I like it. Look, you see? And I have plenty of space. Before I continue, I just wanted to take a break to tell you all the things that have been happening on my working space. My husband have made me very happy by doing all these things to my space. He made all these, actually, no, he didn't make it. He bought those things in IKEA. So he put it together like that. And then also my pegboard where I have all my hoops for the SE 1900. And I've been folding fabrics in here. I have more fabric to fold. I have some t-shirts here that might be moved. I'm not sure, but these are some of my t-shirts. And this is what I have my big spools thread right now. So this is where my baby sleeps right here, my SE 1900. This is my Ricoma. Let me take this out of the way. And then he wanted to extend this further, but because of the Ricoma thread holders, we couldn't do it. So he wanted to do higher. I said, no, don't do any higher because I don't like to feel too crowded and it might look too heavy for the room. But anyway, I got another pegboard here placed for my mighty hoops, which have not been used yet, but I will be using it. And then I have all the threads. These ones are the small spools and for any of the machines. These are Madeiras on the bottom. On the top, I have my broad thread and sets, and I have the other set here, the carousel, which is closer to the machine. And then here I have all my knickknacks for embroidery and sewing. They're not particularly divided, but yeah, some ribbons in here and some items that I use for my craft. For now, I have these containers. There are tutus, tulle on this one. I have all my blanks from AJ and RB blanks in there, and I have all the ones in here also. And then these are my other machines, which are my serger. These are my Singer. It's the oldest machine that I have, and one of the best machines that I have. Really, this machine is been with me for years now. And then I have another. This is a Genome sewing machine. It's like a backup. I had this backup before I got my SE 1900, but you know it's a dual machine. It has embroidery and sewing, and it sews. The sewing section part of it is amazing. It's faster than my Singer and smooth, but my Singer is a contender. It is very, very, very good machine. I have my one of my Cricut heat presses down here. I have the mini upstairs with the 12x9 because, you know, and I have another room that I have on my HDD and sublimation printers, and also both of my Cricut cutting machines upstairs because I don't want to crowd this room in here. I could use all this table to do it, but I just want this for cutting fabric, and this one too. But I decided not to crowd it for now because I decided to use this section right here for office. I have not decided whether I'm going to keep it as an office or do all my HTV and sublimation and all that in that section in there. It will be nice to have that space for that, but let's see. I will have to decide. I have another pegboard here with some of my stabilizers. This stabilizer sits in here. And then I have my infant station right here. These are for the orders, the packs for the orders. Sticky stabilizer, cutaway stabilizer, and polymesh cutaway stabilizer. Yeah, so this is my space. It's looking good. I used to have my embroidery and sewing area on a spare room that we have. It's a room that, you know, was spare. Nobody was staying there. So I made it my sewing room, but this is more spacious. And yeah, so he decided, well, you know, if you get the multi-needles, you can have all that family, because this was used to be a family room down here. You can have it for your craft room. And yeah, it's nice. So yeah, and I have other containers in here also that have more of my blanks right here. I have all my sublimation shirts in here, additional ones, because I didn't fit up there. I decided to stock up on sublimation shirts. So I have three drawers full of them up there on the second floor, plus these extra ones in here because you never know. And then I have some hoodies, which I use to embroider. I don't have any hoodies on my Etsy shop because the hoodies have been very difficult to find. So I don't want to promise or, you know, put them for sale and then I don't have enough to replenish my orders. So I decided not to even work on them right now, even though I have a lot of these nice designs that I've created for hoodies. And hopefully if things get better, then I might, you know, get into the hoodies, because I'm a hoodie wearer. I have a big collection for myself because I love wearing hoodies. And that's why I love this weather. I love the fall and the winter because I get to use all my hoodies all the time. Yeah, and this right here, I get to have my part of the family room that I decided to keep because there's a TV right here. I love my TV. And have a big collection of books down here. And yeah, if I get bored while waiting for embroidery, which it will never happen, I can get to read some of the books. Yeah, I'm a reader. Same thing as my husband. We are readers and we love books. So yeah. Guys, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you had a good time. And you learned a lot. I've never done a beanie and it came out pretty good for the first time. So this is a wonderful idea for Christmas gift because they're easy to find and you know, you already know how to do them. Either with a magnetic hoop or a regular hoop that came with your machine. And so, yeah, for those who are new, thank you for spending this time with me. Consider subscribing to my channel. For those who have been with me before, thank you for supporting. Don't forget to give me the thumb up. And also don't forget to push the notification bell. It will notify you of any future videos. So I plan to make another video before Thanksgiving. I think it's going to be a tutorial. But if I don't, because of the, you know, all the Christmas rush and all the stuff coming up, I am wishing you a wonderful Thanksgiving close to your loved one, close to your family. Enjoy that time. And then I will see you afterwards, okay? So, like I always say, hasta luego. See you later. Bye-bye.